Ibrahim Traore ditches French-owned central bank, now builds their own central bank to start printing their own money. I mean, this is one of the greatest news like you will hear today, believe me. You know that all these French colonized nations, that when I say that what France did to these nations is very wrong. Like, if you read about the history of what these people have been going through, believe me, they don't print their own money. None of this Sahel region prints their own money. Their foreign reserve is in France. Like, it's the France. That's why they use this CFA franc. All these Senegal, Togo, Niger, Burkina Faso, before, they are all using French printed currency. Do you know what that means? That means that it's France that determine almost everything that happens in their country. They control their foreign reserve. Imagine if they want to buy something internationally, it's France that controls it. So currently, Ibrahim Traore has done, like, I always say that this guy, before he completes his tenure, because he's, according to the Burkina Faso's new law, he's going to stay for 5 years there. But believe me, before this guy completes 5 years, he's going to do like a lot. And the way he's doing it, his moves is very spectacular. It's not just an ordinary move. The move is always very quick and strategic. He's already like built a dam, like electricity dam has already started working. A lot of factories placed on ground. Like, as you're seeing the moves, like the move is very strategic. Nobody will even believe that this is a military officer. Like the way he walks, believe me. So now they are to print their own currency, and it's a good thing for every Burkina Faso, because their central bank is going to be taking care of their local companies.
On Friday, August 2nd, 2024, the president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore, officially launched the activities of the Treasury Deposit Bank, a groundbreaking new financial institution that marks a crucial milestone in the country's efforts to strengthen its financial infrastructure and provide comprehensive banking services to a diverse range of stakeholders. The Treasury Deposit Bank is a public financial institution established to serve as the central banking hub for Burkina Faso. Its user base encompasses a wide spectrum of entities, including public institutions, state-owned companies, government-funded projects and programs, private businesses, and non-governmental organizations, NGOs. This broad reach underscores the bank's pivotal role in the nation's financial ecosystem, serving as a cornerstone for various sectors. At the heart of the Treasury Deposit Bank's mission lies the commitment to ensuring the banking functions of the public treasury of Burkina Faso, with the ultimate goal of benefiting the Burkinabe people. By offering a comprehensive suite of banking services, such as account opening, management of state resources, as well as transaction execution, the bank aims to streamline financial operations and enhance the overall efficiency of the country's public and private sectors. Through the establishment of the Burkindlim Bank, as the president calls it, the government of Burkina Faso once again has demonstrated its dedication to fostering a more inclusive and prosperous financial landscape. This initiative promises to empower the Burkinabe people, enabling them to take a more active role in shaping the economic future of their country. Following is the president's speech being delivered by the Minister of Economy, Finance and Perspective, Dr. Abubakar Nakanabo. I am simply happy and proud of this decisive step that our country is about to take, which is to equip Burkina Faso with such a beautiful instrument called the Treasury Bank, whose operationalization materializes the solemn commitment made by the transition government to re-establish our economic and financial governance so that it embodies the aspiration for the well-being of our people, and finally to break free from the mechanisms and retrograde methods that confine us to underdevelopment and financial assistance. It is therefore a Burkina Faso on its way to economic and financial independence that affirms and assumes its sovereignty by adding, on August 2nd, 2024, another string to its bow through the official opening of the Treasury Bank. Through the official opening of the Treasury Bank.
Le Burkina Faso nouveau que nous appelons de tous nos vœux.
The new Burkina Faso, which we call of all our wishes, and for which every citizen must contribute his or her share for its building, commands a revolution in our practices in order to consolidate the radiant march started by our country. Our nation, in progress and in constant quest for efficiency, has opted for the real-time centralization of the Treasury Bank in order to allow it to establish long-term spending and financing forecasts and to optimize the management of the Treasury of the state. To all of you who have come to witness this new adventure that our country is about to live, I would like to reaffirm my pride in seeing you so mobilized, which testifies to the will of each of you to contribute to the success of this new bank. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, one of the main missions assigned to the Ministry of Economy and Finance through the General Directorate of Treasury and Public Accounting is to ensure the efficient management of the Treasury in order to face the commitments of the state, which inevitably involves the centralization of public funds, the mobilization of resources on the financial market, and the placement of the excesses of the Treasury. This mission of centralization of public resources is based on the provisions of the organic law in relation to the law of finance, which specifies that, except for derogation, all public bodies other than the state, are obliged to deposit all their availabilities to the public treasury. This justifies the exercise of the banking function conferred to the treasury. Thus, in its role as a public structure bank, the treasury is responsible for centralizing and managing, through the unique account of the treasury, the resources of the state, territorial collectivities, and public bodies. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, regarding the management of the Treasury, whose banking function is part of it, I have been able to note with satisfaction that significant results have been achieved because the public Treasury manages to face the essential commitments of the state. I took this opportunity to encourage and invite all the actors of the department in charge of the economy and finance to continue their mobilization and their commitment. However, if we can rejoice today at these results, it is necessary not to lose sight that many challenges remain in the context of the national and international, marked by multidimensional crises and in perpetual evolution. If the deposit of public funds to the Treasury is a legal obligation that governs the management of public finances for public institutions, the insufficiency of adequate services for the management of said deposits to the public treasury has always been evoked to bypass regulation and deposit in other institutions other than the public treasury. It will be almost impossible for us to accept now that certain public institutions, including projects and programs, and certain administrative services, continue to have important bank deposits, while the treasury is resorting to loans, sometimes at a negative rate. It is these imperatives and these realisms that have guided the transition government in the search for effective solutions to the insufficiencies related to the exercise of this banking function, in order to be able to offer services in accordance with bank standards and standards. This is what justifies the reform that has resulted in the creation of the Treasury Bank, which will allow the public treasury to play its role better, namely the optimal management of public resources. This bank must be a source of pride for the Burkina Faso people, because it will contribute to strengthening the country's financial independence, as well as a sustainable economic development. I therefore encourage the people to make this bank their property and to take advantage of the alternative products and services that it will offer. I particularly invite the heads of state companies, public institutions, state projects and programs to appropriate the bank and make it their bank. Indeed, the public treasury is today one of the most deconcentrated public services. The Treasury Bank, by relying on its vast network, will complement the banking and financial sector in order to offer banking services where they do not exist, and in areas not covered by banks and microfinance institutions. I salute the relevance of the slogan, the Treasury Bank, the Burkina Faso Bank, because this slogan expresses our national pride and our patriotism, which awakens in each of us the feeling of audacity, imagination, commitment, bravery, heroism, and determination for this country, which we must serve with integrity, prudence, and loyalty. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, on this, I declare officially launched the activities of the Treasury Bank.